So far we saw yajna, the cardinal principles of yajna. So what is this principle saying? It is saying when Prajapati created the living beings, he also created a concept and rules of the game called yajna. And he said, as long as you follow the rules of the game, you are better off. You can enjoy life and everything will be better. Then it also said that's the only way to sustain, because you have to live, coexist with nature, do yajna, take care of nature, and they will take care of you. Then take care of people around you. Social sustainability, it not only gives social sustainability, it also makes you a purer person. Your heart will become much purer and so on. So these are the cardinal principles of yajna. Now let us look at the practice of yajna also. And this moment you say yajna, this graphic is what will come to your mind. That's what we have been generally understanding yajna. I have given you a slightly enlarged meaning. So let us try to now understand yajna in practice. Okay. So what you saw just now in the graphic is the yajna we understand. Moment you say yajna, we always understand only that. Let it be so, because there is a lot of meaning in that. That's why I said next time if an yajna happens, go near the Purohit and see what mantras they are saying. If you know Sanskrit, you will understand what they are doing. And if you take any yajna, like the one that we see here, right? Like the one that you see here, if you take any yajna, there is a karta, there is a yajamana, karta. For example, you want to do a Sudarshana Homa, then you are the karta. Or you want to do a Mrityunjaya Homa, you want to do a Ganapati Homa, you want to do a Sri Sukta Homa, whatever. Then you are the karta. Then you call the Purohits. The Purohits will take actually power of attorney from you. I don't know how many of you have noticed it. They take power of attorney from you because you don't know the mantras. But that doesn't mean that you have to get up and then go and socialize. That's what we do. That is not the intended purpose. It is only to say, since you don't know the mantras, I will do on your behalf, but you sit with Shraddha there and closely follow what is happening. That nobody has told us. We must do that. Anyway, so there is a karta. Then there is a medium, Agni. And the medium is the Agni. That's why in Veda, the courier is always Agni. Agni mi ile purohitam yajnasya devam ritvijam hota aram ratna dhatamam. Everything is Agni only. Agni mile, hotaram. Right? That's what it says. Kratu, everything is that. So the medium is Agni. Then in every yajna, you put a vastu. So in this case, they are, as you see here, they are putting, some are adding ghee, some are adding probably havis, and some are adding some grains. Depends on the type of yajna that we have. So there is a vastu. Then you have a devata. The yajna is given to Devan Bhavayata Anena, we said. So the yajna is given to a devata. And so this is the what we do. But then I do not know how many of you have noticed, when they do the yajna, every mantra will say Prajapataye itannamama, Indraya itannamama, Agnaye itannamama, Rudraya itannamama. That namama is added to this. And why is it added? Because it wants you to understand you should take your hands. Life becomes interesting when you know how to take your hands off. That's a highway of a very different nature. We are so entitled with everything. We fight, we get upset, our ego comes in, so many things happen. Whereas while doing the yajna, it says na mama, I give it to you. It is yours, it is not mine, it is not mine. Then it is the basma. See, you do whatever yajna you do. Sometimes they put so many vastu, and the Purna Huti, they'll put a coconut, maybe a silk saree, so many things, banana, everything is tied, and then they put. Even after doing all that, 5 hours after the yajna is over, go and see the Homa Gutta, not 5 hours, maybe the next day, because Agni may be still there, don't touch it in 5 hours. Just giving an example. But finally, what you find is only basma. Everything is totally annihilation. That is the message there. Everything in the world will melt into nothingness. That is what it is actually telling us, including your Stula Sharira, my Stula Sharira, everything will become Bhasma, everything will become nothingness. That is the message there. And developing a sense of detachment over time. Na mama, nan mama is very important. So even that, ritualistic part of the yajna, one has to very carefully observe, understand the mantras and all that. You can get a lot of messages of how it is a very important religious practice we must do once in a while with full attention and shraddha. That's the first operating understanding of yajna. Then you have in this Sanatana Dharma, in our way of living, every day we are supposed to do what is called Pancha Maha Yajnas. Without that, you cannot have your, Yajna Sishta Ashinaha, when Krishna said, you have to do 5 Yajnas every day. Without that, you can't have your food. This is our living style, very grand ideas. So what are these Pancha Maha Yajnas? The Pancha Maha Yajnas are here. Brahma Yajna, Deva Yajna, Pitri Yajna, Manushya Yajna, and Bhuta Yajna. So the figure on the right figuratively shows that. Okay. First thing is Brahma Yajna. So what is, I am a Brahmin in the sense of, I do all these, for example, I do Brahma, devout Brahmins are supposed to do Brahma Yajna as a Nitya Karma. Like Sandhya Vandana, you have to do Brahma Yajna every day once. It is part of it. And how do you do Brahma Yajna? Today, I know people who are doing it, even they without knowing how to do, they do. What they do is, part of Brahma Yajna, there is the first line of every Veda. Agni le purohitam yajnasya deva mritujam hota aram ratnadatam ishet orjetva vayavasto payavasta devo savita prarpayastu sreshtatama karmane yajurveda agna aya hivite grano avyadate nihota sasi barhishi. That is Samaveda. Sanno devi rabishte apo bhavantu pitaye sanyor abhisravantuna. That is Atharva Veda. See, these 4 first lines are told because, see, our Dharma, Sanatana Dharma was written in such a practical way. It said, on a day you are in great hurry, you had very little time, then just tell these 4 first line of the Veda. You know what we have done today? We have made it such a ritual. Every day, first line of Veda is told. They think that is Brahma Yajna. That is not Brahma Yajna. The Brahma Yajna is every day you have to do what is called Swa. It's called Swadhyaya, which means if I have learnt, let's say 1000 pages, I have learnt, let us say, some Rig Veda, I have learned some Yajurveda, Kataka, or whatever, Taittiriya, Aranyaka, and so on. If I know 1000 pages, then as part of that Brahma Yajna, every day it can be 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, and if you are working, it can be 15, 20 minutes. If you are retired, it can be 1 hour also. Every day you have to say, so you have to start, and then maybe 2 anuvakas, 2 suktas, or whatever, and then you should go on like that, and this process has to continue, endless cycle. That is called Brahma Yajna. After that, then there is a Tarpana also coming, which does the other 4. These 5 are done in a ritualistic way in what is called Brahma Yajna, which is a Nitya Karma. Now you may ask, sir, why should we do this? Now I want to ask a question. Which society, if there is a society, there is one generation in a society which says, I want all the benefits, all the knowledge of our ancestors. Looks like they have some very interesting knowledge. I want all of them, but I will never pass it down to the next generation. Why? Because I myself will not memorize it or anything, and I will not even ask my children, what are you doing? I mean, today this is the way of our living. We will not ask anything to our son or daughter. You have to, because there are Western ideas. You have to, treat them equal. Some complex ideas are there. Now, if a society says that I want all what my ancestral knowledge is, but I will not pass it down the generation, that society will be doomed. Now the question is, how do you pass it down? That is what is called Brahma Yajna. The knowledge has to be cascaded down, and that can be done only by practicing it and then giving it to our children. If you don't do Brahma Yajna, your son will never do Brahma Yajna. Your offsprings will never do Brahma Yajna. Please understand. So that is one Mahayajna. Then Deva Yajna. Actual, you have to do, Devan Bhavayata Anena Te Deva Bhavayantu. That is a Deva Yajna. You don't have to do, there are people who do Ganapati Homa every day morning. If possible, we can. That's not what I am saying. So it's part of Brahma Yajna. There is a Deva Tarpana also is there. On some other days, but we must be able to do this. But the Deva also means nature for me. So Deva Yajna is living a very responsible life in which coexists with nature with a lot of reverence and respect. Then Pitri Yajna, offering to our parents and ancestors. We should take care of them while they are living, and we should take care of them. There are a lot of questions which have come on it. I have replied. I will give you all the questions, reply to the questions towards the end of this course. I will give you. Manushya Yajna, offering to fellow human being. It's called Vaishwadeva. My grandfather I have seen, he used to do. Every day he'll go and stand out and then look for somebody. Some days it will be 11:30, some day it will be 12:30, some day it will be 1 o'clock. After he brings him and gives him food only, he will have. So some people you must feed. Manushya Yajna, offering to fellow human. Then Bhuta Yajna. You take, after you cook, you take a little bit and give it for, crow, or, you leave it in do a balidana. So many creatures will benefit from that. We have to, coexist with them. So these are the spirit we have to understand first. Ritual part, let it be there. We'll do the ritual part, but we must understand that we should lead a life every day in which all these 5 are taken care of. Then this will take care of social sustainability. It will take care of cleanliness of mind. It will take care of helping others. It will take care of being responsible to them. What not? What else do you want to ask for? And our ancestors had put it as a way of life. That's why Nitya Karma. And if we do like Sandhya Vandana, if you do Brahma Yajna, then all these mantras come there. If you carefully follow it, you do first you recite Vedas, which is Brahma Yajna. Because knowledge cannot die. It has to baton pass. So you have to learn Veda and you have to recite it also and carry it down. Right? That is the first part. Then Deva Pitra Rishi Deva Rishi Pitra Tarpana. Those 3 will happen. So which means Deva Yajna, Pitri Yajna, all those will happen. Then Manushya Yajna, Bhuta Yajna, we anyway do. We must help. Please help people. The nearest person to help is your servant maid. She's poor. She has come for job. Give her some good food. Put some food for the creatures outside before you eat. These are all part of our living. Every day we must practice. That's why in Taitra Upanishad, in Sikshavali it is there. Swadhyaya anma pramadah satyanna pramaditavyam dharman na pramaditavyam kushalan na pramaditavyam bhutyay na pramaditavyam swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam Deva Pitrakaryabhyam na pramaditavyam. Then it goes on. Matra Devo Bhava, Pitra Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atiti Devo Bhava, Yanyana Karmani. Like that it goes on. Sikshavali. Anushasana. 11th Anuvaka. Look at what it is saying here. Swadhyaya Pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. Never give up Swadhyaya and Pravachana. Because that's the only way the knowledge can baton pass. See, today, lot of us, I'm sorry to say this, lot of us are busy sending WhatsApp after WhatsApp after WhatsApp that Sanskrit is great, India is a great culture. I think your fingers must be tired. So much of WhatsApp forward, but I don't know anything. If people really have Shraddha, they should stop sending this WhatsApp and start this process. They should say, let me do Brahma Yajna. Let me read Sanskrit. Vyoma can help in a big way with all these. So let us read Sanskrit. Let us read our knowledge. That is the very responsible yajna that we can give. Swadhyaya and Pravachana. Swadhyaya Pravachana Bhyam na pramaditavyam. Then it says Deva Pitrakaryabhyam na pramaditavyam. So the Panchamaha Yajnas are all mentioned in several places. I just brought it here to just show you that this is a part of our daily living. That is how we were actually styled in terms of our living. Today we are finding it difficult. And in chapter 4 of Bhagavad Gita, as I told you, chapter 4 of Bhagavad Gita takes us to a different level of yajna. And there he talks about 5 types of yajna of a different kind. Dravya yajnastapo yajna, yoga yajnastata pare, swadhyaya yajnana, swadhyaya yajnan, sorry, swadhyaya jnana yajnascha, yataya samshita vrataha. So Krishna says, again he says, this notion of yajna must start with, dravya yajna. You should be able to, when you do dravya yajna, you do it for the deva in the altar, you give it to people. In fact, in every karma that we do, I do not know again how many of you have actually closely followed. In every Vaidika Karya that we do, the Vaidika Karya ends with dana. The yajna and dana are two sides of the coin. I am still talking only about the yajna, because that is part of a dravya yajna. You have to, namama, you have to give. So dravya yajna is one way. But then, if by doing that yajna, if we have understood the sukshma of the yajna, then we'll move to tapo yajna. Tapas is also yajna. You can give yours. In fact, the shlokas 29 to 32, if you see, you will get all that. In fact, 25 to 32, you will find it. You can do what is called Atma Samyama Yajna. Your Indriyas can be put. So imagine an altar. All the time imagine an altar in which some Vastu has to be given. That Vastu can be your sensory organs, sensory objects. Then you do Tapo Yajna. Yoga Yajna, self-constraint. That is what it is. That is another type of Yajna. So you don't need a physical altar and Agni. The Agni is inside you and the altar is your body. You can actually give all your sensory objects and get self-control. Yoga yajnas tata pare, swadhyaya yajna, jnana yajnascha. So you can do, so again the Pancha yajnas are coming in a different way here. Swadhyaya yajna is do an yajna of knowledge. Means, baton pass, do swadhyaya and pravachana, and then, make your children appreciate and understand. That is your responsibility. There is no school syllabus. That is how we destroyed our Sanatana Dharma in the last 60 years. Because somebody asked that question today we have talked about. You do Swadhyaya Yajna and Pravachana Yajna to your children. They will radiate with confidence and Shraddha and all that, and Brahma Tejas will come to them. So Swadhyaya Yajna, Jnana Yajnascha. Knowledge can also be an offering. Yataya Samshita Vrataha. All those who have that Samshita Vrata, they will do this. They will, raise their level of their self-evolution through these 5 yajnas. So this is another way to understand yajna, which Krishna says you can practice on a regular basis. Then, actually, the 24th shloka, as I told you, Brahmarpanam Brahma Havihi, Brahmagno Brahmanahutam, Brahmaivatena Gantavyam, Brahma Karma Samadhina. Look at this. The Arpanam is Brahma. Havi is also Brahma. The Agni is also Brahma. And what was offered is also Brahma. Hutam, Brahmana Hutam. And Brahmaivatena Gantavyam. So it is the Devata is also Brahma. And Brahma Karma Samadhina. Everything finally reaches a Brahman. So every activity that we do in our life, if we remember this shloka and understand, everything goes there, and that's how we do. The way we do our work also will get very purified actually. Everything is Brahmarpanam Brahmahavihi, Brahmagno Brahmanahutam, Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam, Brahma Karma Samadhina. That perspective, that orientation we must develop. Our life and our breathing is yajna. In fact, following shlokas, he talks about all that. our breathing is yajna, our eating is yajna, our self-control is yajna, our swadhyaya is yajna, our acquiring knowledge is yajna. You can raise it to that level. So this is how. And yajna means na mama, it is all means for the benefit of the larger good. We have to keep all those cardinal principles behind us when we even do any of the yajnas.